I have a development background. I've always been a career developer. There was a certain point in my career where I decided to pivot and take over IT operations. It was a very unknown opportunity for me. I started off probably for the first year of my career as a network engineer and then very quickly pivoted into development. So I'd taken over IT ops and we built one of the first Microsoft private clouds in the UK, tons of automation, and then I guess there was a natural synergy between the operations and the development work, and especially running IT operations and being able to talk to developers in a language that they understood while also execute on the operational side. And then DevOps became a thing, and I progressed into several head of DevOps roles in my career. Oakham is a company that offers high-cost short-term credit as well as other products. We work with folks who are unable to take loans with mainstream lenders, and then we offer them products that where they're obviously from a higher risk category. We're able to accept that risk and potentially offer them a loan. The interesting thing about Oakham is we don't charge late fees, so where folks are used to potentially lending or being able to take out loans that are not affordable for them, we work very closely with the FCA and ONS statistics to make sure that our loans are affordable. We also won't charge you late fees, so we won't make the problem worse if you're having problems repaying us, and we'll work with you very closely. We graduate people from our first wave of loans, so once you've lent with us and you have a risk profile that's well understood by the business, we can go and offer you much better rates and different terms on lending. And at a certain point, we graduate people to other mainstream lenders because we have enough data to say, well, these people are now reputable and we understand the risk around them lending. We can then go and forward you to a normal mainstream lender. My role at Oakham is the interim CTO. So I've come in to help this business. We're a business with 13 years of history. So there are a lot of different technologies that play in the development space. We went through a management buyout last year, which was about recapitalizing the business and seeking investment from strategic investors. And now I guess we're in a situation where we need to go and look at that technical stack and say, okay, how can we accelerate things? We've got lots of heritage systems, lots of VB.NET and lots of C# from quite a few years ago. And now one of the challenges, like how do we attract folks that want to work on modern languages? How do we eat the elephant? So this is a very traditional DevOps problem of wanting to accelerate while having to work with the heritage estate. So what's changed in DevOps in the last 12 months? I think we see a lot more synergy between development. I see a lot more roles where folks can do operational things, often work in the cloud and do development. The growth of service mesh has been amazing for us. It's one of those really interesting solutions that actually solves tons of things. So you have a lot of legacy systems talking to each other. As soon as you wrap service mesh around that, you have the instant ability to see tracing throughout the stack, and so that's been really helpful in trying to start to decompose some of our bigger challenges. Why should people attend DevOps Live? It's been an incredible event. I've been attending and speaking for maybe the last 2 to 3 years. I don't think I've ever come away without learning something new or speaking to some interesting people. The breadth of speakers is year on year always amazing. I really enjoy listening to the panels. I've taken part in a few myself. The diverse opinions of the speakers is really useful, especially as a practitioner and leader in this space. I often enjoy the talks that we have in the interludes as well, like finding out what other folks are doing and their real world problems, how they tackle these things, some of the challenges they're trying to summit. Also just hearing that the things that I'm talking about are very similar to the things that they're dealing with is really good validation that we're either taking the right approach or that there's a shared mindset around how to tackle a challenge. What is the future of DevOps in 2020? I would like to see more synergy between development operations. I'd like to see more fungible T-shaped engineers. There's still a sense that when you enter a business, you'll find a DevOps guy, or we should say DevOps person. I'd like to see more engineers with DevOps experience, so less of those folks that are siloed and more generalist, full stack, fungible roles. Again, people will have their leaning, or they'll have their depth, and whether that's DevOps, whether that's development, whether that's front end, but having that story that makes sense across the stack is probably one of the things that we should aim for in 2020.